Good evening, ladies as well as gentlemen. Papa Boris here, playing some more Into the Breach. We just cleared an island. Let's go ahead, now that we've spent all of our reputation, and leave. By the way, reputation does not carry over, so you do have to spend it all. I didn't mention that last time. Okay, so now we are going to RST Corporation, which is a more mountainous place. Again, once you've unlocked the islands, you can choose to go through them in any order, but for now, we're just going to do this place. I like her. She's kind of cranky. Okay, so now we have a few choices. Destroy 2 mountains, kill at least 7 enemies. An interesting one. This is the best reward, because as long as you're not dying, stars are strictly better than grid power. This is also a fine mission. The seismic activity is actually helpful because it can kill enemies for you, and the objectives are not as hard. The nice thing about this is that it actually unlocks these missions, which are very, very good, but I could still get to them by going here, 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 and here. Main problem is if this is a tough mission, I might not want to do it. Alright. I'm gonna try this place. I've got full grid power right now, so if I can succeed at this mission, then I won't, then I will get some more permanent grid defense. Alright, these scions are different. They're blast scions. What that means is that an enemy that dies deals 1 damage to all the surrounding tiles, which is a real problem when enemies are next to buildings, because then the building gets damaged. We also have an Alpha Hornet, which is a major problem because this thing has 4 hit points, and not only does it have a more powerful attack and a longer range attack, but I mean it's 4 hit points and it flies, so I can't kill it by pushing it into water. This is just a problem. I'm going to put my combat mech near... I'm going to put it near this thing. I want to kill this blast scion. It's a major problem, a super big headache. Does mean that this Alpha Hornet is just going to be a menace, and I'm going to be spending a lot of time just pushing it around with my other guys. Okay, so this is going to turn into chasms. Any enemy or mech standing here dies. Alright, this is an artillery dude. So he's shooting 3 squares away from it. Man, the layout here is terrible. And I cannot get... Oh, no, here we go. Thank goodness my artillery has movement. I'm going to do this and probably shoot the square behind him. I would have loved to push him onto this, but the problem is then he would be just attacking a different building. Oh, God, this is terrible, because if I shoot this thing, it's going to just go here and kill that building. Okie dokie. So either I use my artillery to shoot this square so that the Hornet goes here. But then how do I deal with this guy? Well, I could move my cannon here, I guess, and shoot him. All right. We'll do it. We'll try to keep it perfect. It does mean that my artillery is pretty much going to be on permanent Hornet duty. Wait a minute. What am I doing? That doesn't protect it at all. It just shoots that building instead. God darn it. Oh, we know it'll die. Oh, perfect. Okay. These sand spaces turn into smoke when attacked. And when you're in smoke, you cannot attack or repair. Okay. So we managed to stop anything bad from happening that turn. This falling away could become a problem because now my land mechs cannot actually go across it. Could be an issue. These are falling away. That's bizarre. Okay, so well, this guy is not going anywhere. I could come up here and not punch him. Cool. I could shoot him with artillery in this square and push him there. And then I can have my combat mech go all the way back and punch him. He'll be at 2 hit points and my mech will take 2 damage. The issue then is that my combat mech is very far away from all the stuff happening down here. There's going to be 3 enemies down here who could be doing terrible things. So I could just commit him and be like, all right, let's just go here, block enemies from spawning, and kill this guy. I think that's what I'm going to... Nope! Oh, I misclicked. Okay, let's reset the turn. That wasn't the end of the world, but I really want my cannon to shoot first and then punch to actually kill him. And meanwhile, my artillery is just on Hornet watch. Okay, end the turn. More tiles fall away. Okay, I got 2 more turns to survive here. Okay, my guy can still push this Hornet away. Oh, that's a bad one. Oh, no. Oh, that's bad. Shit. So this is a major problem because if I shoot it, it gets pushed into this building. I don't actually have any ways to avoid damage because this guy does not have the upgrade to not damage buildings. And anyway, even if he did, these two buildings would both get damaged. Okay, so we're taking some rather extreme measures here, I'm afraid. I am gonna have to do this with the Hornet to prevent him from getting hurt. My cannon guy is gonna have to drop my smoke there. Although I should actually do this to protect an extra square next to the building. Enemies will never walk into the smoke. If I do it here, he won't be able to hang out in this area, though. Maybe that's for the best, because these areas are just really bad for me, for him to be hanging out in. So we'll do this. Cancels attack. And then my guy is going to let an enemy spawn in order to kill this enemy. Okay, we have one more turn left. Can we avoid anything terrible happening? I also have to watch out for this. Less than 4 mech damage. Uh-oh. I'm going to be at 4. I'm going to have to heal him in order to not fail. Okay. What's happening? Oh, he... Okay, this is very lucky that the Hornet chose to attack my guy. Now, it's unlucky that my guy got webbed. So the problem right now is if I repair, then, he's gonna get attacked twice. What's the attack order? Okay. So he's gonna go up to 4, then this Firefly... Oh, actually, it's not lucky. Because this means I'm gonna fail the mission. This Hornet is attacking the power generator. So I have to prevent the power generator from being attacked. But this thing, I can't heal it. Because I can't, if I could just run away from here. Wait a minute, no, I can go here. Oh my god, this is so amazing. Because Henry, his bonus is he can move through enemies. I can actually move through this guy here, punch this guy away from my guy, run the hell away from here, and repair. Okay, so by the skin of our teeth, we're gonna meet these objectives. Whew. Yeah, that was a scary one. I would not pick this mission again. I did not realize it was so hard to do this thing with these chasms and stuff. Yeah, I think the other mission would have been easier for a better reward. Wow, we got some grid defense. You got promoted, what'd you get? Mech move, nice. Well, that's definitely good. I think I'm gonna just swap this over. Because he has 4 movement, that's pretty... No, we're gonna keep it. Let's go 5 movement. It's a melee guy. Movement's good. Okay, what do we got? Defend the prototype Renfield bombs. Protect the coal plant. The Earth Mover. So this is the thing that starts out with chasms, and it fills them. Okay, let's do this, because this opens up more objectives. Bit of a tough mission because of these starting out chasms, but that can also help the enemies not get through. Because this thing is what I'm trying to protect. Let's put this guy here, and this guy there, and that guy there. One thing that can be tricky about this is getting over to this area to block the Vek from spawning. Since blocking them is something I like to do anyways, I'm hoping I can just kind of do that along the way. Oh man, this is... Oh my god. Oh god, that's rough. Okay, so this thing is about to shoot that way. I could shoot this square to push this thing away, but this guy is going to be in the way of that. There's no way to... Well, there is. I could come up here, punch this thing. Okay, and then kill it. And then I could move my guy. But where do I move my guy? This guy's a rush attack that pushes. And this guy's a movement of 4. I could move him back around and punch the Hornet out of the way, I guess. Oh my god. Okay, so I'm sorry, I'm gonna think about this. Okay, other options. I can shoot the Blast Mover, or the Earth Mover, for 1 damage. Push this guy into the chasm and kill it. Push the Hornet away to protect the Earth Mover. Then my cannon and my combat mech are free to do whatever they want to. The problem is this time pod. I definitely want to protect it, but I think if I were to push this guy here so he would charge into the chasm and die, it would actually end up damaging the time pod. So the time pod landed in the worst possible space. I could punch him this way and it'll attack the Hornet, but the Hornet attacks first. So first it would damage the Earth Mover, and then the guy would punch the Hornet and push it and into the Earth Mover and kill it. If I shoot this thing, that thing falls into a chasm, the Hornet falls here. I could punch this guy and block him against the Hornet, but my guy's damage has never been upgraded, so it would only deal 3 damage, not enough to kill him, and then he would just go charge this building and kill it. Okay. I could go here, punch the Hornet in front of this guy to cancel both of their attacks with a single move. Still got this guy preventing my cannon from moving. I could smoke this area and block this guy in. Or I could shoot him, although it won't kill him. Kind of nervous about the fact that I'm not blocking anything from spawning. And... wait a minute, what am I doing? If I punch this thing, it dies. It doesn't block this guy's attack, it dies. That's stupid. Okay, so I could go here, I could move this thing in front of the guy. And then that would also push this, dealing 1 damage. And the Hornet gets to have its way with everything. Crap. Well, blocking enemies from spawning isn't going to happen here unless I devote 2 attacks to the thing. You know what? Screw it. We're just going to smoke this place. So deal with those. And then I could punch this thing. I could just stand here and block a thing. It's an idea. And then, like, not kill a single thing. That can't be right. Okay, let's kill this Hornet. Let's, body block this charging guy. And let's shoot this to block 1 enemy from spawning and do a little bit of damage. Okay, I have no idea whatsoever if that was the correct move or not, but it's the move I made. So, that's what I'm gonna live with. Hornet attacking that, okay. You're attacking the main thing. I'm webbed, I could have been worse. Okay, so here, not the end of the world if it just charges that. It can survive 1 attack, but this Hornet's a problem. I can come back here and shoot the Hornet into the smoke, get some damage on it. Then the artillery can pick up the time pod and push this guy onto the spawning point to free my combat mech. And it would also push this guy backwards, which is irrelevant. And then my combat mech, he can move and punch the guy and take a damage. Going down to 2. Man, I kind of do wish I'd given him some bonus health. Crap. God, it's just these 4 health things are getting difficult to deal with. Okay, other options. I can go here and just punch this guy to death. Shoot with the artillery here to block that spawn. And then my cannon. Oh man, my cannon is... wait a minute, did he already do his actions? Oh, he moved. Right, I was thinking of doing that. Ah, okay. Well, cannon has other options. I could go here or here. Let this thing take 1 damage. I could go here, shoot this guy. Like this. Put him in that spot. He would still get pushed. And this thing would still take a damage. But at least he would die. And meanwhile, my guy can just go kill this thing. The Hornet's not going to take any damage this turn, but the artillery would then just have to go here and shoot the Hornet into the smoke. I'm not thrilled about having the artillery over there. But okay, let's do it like this. And this does mean that my Earth Mover is taking a damage. Hopefully it's not a terrible life choice. If I punch this guy into that guy, he will not die. Okay. So let's go ahead and punch this thing. And I think I'm gonna end the turn. Okay, that is lucky. This is a charger. He's going, as long as my cannon moves, he's just gonna charge off into the chasm and die. So at least I don't have to worry about him. I need to pick up this time pod at some point. I might have to do that next turn. So what I'm gonna do this turn is punch this guy. Oh, wait a minute. If I punch him like that, I'm gonna get hit for 3 damage and die, which is not good. Okay, so maybe what I need to do is move my guy here. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna move him here and repair. I'll stand here and shoot. So he's gonna block a thing from spawning and not hit anything. And then my artillery is still on Hornet duty. We'll just push him away like this and block everything. So that guy charges off and dies. That guy whiffs. We have 1 new enemy, 2 others get blocked, and then 1 last turn. We just need to protect the coal plant from getting hit, and someone has to go pick up this time pod. But at least at this point, we don't have to worry anymore about enemies spawning. This worked out really well that the guy stood here. So now my combat mech can pick up the time pod, punch, kill. My cannon mech cannot kill this thing. It's not terribly relevant though. He'll be fine. And then my artillery still on Hornet duty. We'll just move the Hornet away and we're done. So that ended up being 4 objectives, 3 to start with, and then the time pod also dropped. And we managed to keep it all together, just barely. Get some more grid defense and a time pod. Anything exciting in this one? Aha! The worst weapon in the game! Yes! Woo! Okay, well, we will equip it on our brute, I suppose. This weapon is so bad. It's just so terrible, but we'll do it, and I guess we'll just put the smoke on my artillery. Hopefully that's not a terrible disaster of a choice. We need more damage. It's starting to become very apparent that my damage output is lacking. I cannot get the 2 damage yet here, so I'm gonna just go ahead and install a reactor pod here, take away some of this health now that I got 2 mech HP. 5 is enough, I don't need 7. Boost that cannon so it deals 2 damage at least. And do I do this other tough mission? Defend the Renfield bombs and protect the coal plant. I'm not sure it's worth it to take on that tough of a challenge. This is a really fun mission. I'm just gonna do this. So what we have here is a terraformer, and this thing is really cool. It destroys every enemy in a 3x2 grid in front of it in either direction. Now, although it says victory in 5 turns, you actually only get 4 turns of activity. So you have to shoot this thing in a different direction each turn to turn all of the areas around it into desert. But it also kills all the enemies in the area, so it's kind of cool. I'll put the combat mech here. And I'm going to try to kill this blast sign because they're a major, major headache. The cannon, I guess I'll stick here, and the artillery here. Could all be totally horribly wrong. We'll see. Hopefully some enemies will move in front of this thing so it can kill them. Come on, Blast Scion, get over here. Okay. So the Blast Scion did not move. However, I can now do this. And it's okay that these things explode because they don't actually hurt anything. Now I want to kill this thing, which I can do in a variety of ways. What I mainly want to do, though, is try to block as many spawns as possible. I cannot go here, though, because then if I punch it, it'll hurt a building. So, oh, and I can't go here because it's smoky, so I can't shoot. Ah, God darn it, that's annoying. Okay, I will kill it with my artillery. Just do a damage. And then we're gonna move into the smoke to block these spawns. I don't know which one is better. I guess we'll do this one. Keeps my guy more centralized. So only one enemy spawns. We're not worried about killing enemies in this one. All right. Now, the fewer enemies are on the map, the more that spawns. So there's like a lot of spawns happening now. And what's cool is I don't actually have to worry about killing this thing because I just shoot the terraformer over here and pop goes that weasel. Let's go ahead and I guess I can't repair because I'm in smoke. So I'll move onto this square and repair here. And the artillery, I'm just going to position it a little bit better. And we're going to have 3 enemies spawning. Got some web guys, which could be a problem. But if this web guy stays put... Okay, he didn't stay put, but I can shoot this way. This is one of the directions I do need to shoot in. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. So we'll kill this. This is thorny. Uh-oh. Yeah, I'm gonna take some damage here, unfortunately, because there's no way to... Well, I have to shoot a smoke bomb into here, basically, to stop it, which I guess I will do, since I only have 1 turn after this. How do I do this? Well, yeah, because no matter how I attack him, he gets pushed into a building, and I still don't have the upgrade for my artillery to be able to target buildings without damaging them. You can see why that might be a useful thing to have at some point. Okay, so let's, see, I think I want to kill this thing before I drop the smoke bomb. Let's go here. We'll put a smoke bomb like, oh, wait a minute. I need to shoot first and then smoke. Pop. And then smoke it up. Just try to smoke up as many places as possible. I could do this so that if an enemy spawns here, it can't go around the backside, but it can still get to that building. And no, we'll just do it like this. Just drop as much smoke as possible in there, and then you can just repair yourself. And now the terraformer has to shoot downwards in the next turn to complete the mission. That guy just moved into smoke. I guess he didn't have a way of getting any attacks off. Okay, this is quite convenient. So this guy here will get killed by the terraformer. And this guy's not doing anything. This guy is doing something. Can I kill him? Yes. And I will. I guess I want... Who do I want to get experience? They're both good for getting experience. So we'll give it to the dash... Or sorry, the combat mech. Nice that this cannon does 2 damage, huh? And then this guy cannot die, so there's nothing for you to do, so we're good. You can see how those smoke bombs are kind of handy, because otherwise I would have taken some grid damage in that fight. Not that that would have been the end of the world, you can still keep going, but you know, it's nice to not take damage if you don't have to. Okay, so final mission. This one, the destroying the mountains and the killing of the enemies. It's the mountains that's a little bit tricky. I think you have something here to help you destroy mountains. I forget what. And this is just a lot of enemies. I'm not that concerned about getting extra grid defense. I mean, the 2 stars are what's important. Yeah, let's just try this. Destroy at least 2 mountains. Okay, they start out pre-cracked. Okay, but these are in kind of hard to reach spaces. Ugh. So I'm gonna need to shoot... Oh god, I'm gonna have to send 2 attacks at the mountains. Jeez, that's tricky. And kill 7 enemies. Okay, maybe I should have picked a different mission. Well, anyway, so the way that mountains normally work is that you damage a mountain once and it cracks, you damage it again and it breaks. It doesn't matter how much damage, just any kind of damage will do. This guy has 3 movement. Do I want to try to bait him into targeting one of my mechs? Sure. Let's do this. Let's put the cannon back here, artillery back here. I don't want the artillery to get webbed. It is fairly important that I kill enemies. Oh, I was hoping he'd land here so I could push him into the water, but he actually did his own thing going over here. That's kind of weird. This thing will do not much, but actually if I get it back here, I can push him into the mountain to get at least some help with mountain clearing. So that's interesting. Okay. I guess we'll do it like this. I'll go here. Hang on, do I have a good move with this grappling hook? Nope. Nothing that I can see anyways. Oh, hang on, I can actually shoot him this way and he'll fall into the water. That's an interesting idea. Then, what, my guy punches this thing and then my artillery just pushes this out of the way? Well, is there anything better than that? I mean, I could move my combat mech here, punch him to 1 hit point out of the way, shoot him into the water. Oh, yeah. That's probably better than punching this. He can also do the punching, so he can punch this guy for 2 damage. Not that it really makes any difference. They both do 2 damage. Really, it's the artillery who should push him, because the damage is irrelevant. That gets the most damage to happen. Okay, we'll do that. So my guy will stay central. No. I wish I had put him here so he could go to this square. Well. Anyway, so we'll go here, punch like that. We'll go here and shoot. And then go here, and we'll do this. It does mean that I'm missing out on this mountain breaking potential, but this way he does die, and I'll just have to find some time later on to shoot those mountains. Okay, these are blasting, so I have to make sure not to kill them next to buildings. Okay. Oh my god, that's a lot of spawning. Alright, well, this thing, I could shove him over and then grappling hook him into the water. Problem is, this Blast Scion lives. And then again, if I go over here and I punch this guy out of the way, he explodes harmlessly. Okay, we'll do that. Hate this grappling hook, but I have to admit, here it is, pretty handy. What? Oh, it actually goes all the way over to the water, damaging my guy. I did not realize that. Okay, good to know for the future. So this thing I thought it would take damage does not. So we block a spawn, kill a thing, it explodes harmlessly. Thank you for the push. So I need to kill 3 more enemies. The ones that are here will do. The main thing I'm concerned about is the mountains. Okay, so he's attacking me, which is good. Oh, I wish this building weren't here. This guy would then charge and destroy a mountain for me. Okay. This is a problem. Because I can't just move out of the way. And I can't target the square with artillery because that would push this thing into the way of a building. I could hit my own guy with artillery to push this Scion onto the water. Okay, a weird idea would be I could like do this to push this guy once, and I could shoot him to push him again, and he'll destroy a mountain for me that way. Then I still have freedom to move my combat mech. I think that's what I'm gonna do, actually. I do need to move him, because if I don't move him, he'll get attacked for 1 and then block a spawning point for 1 and die. So I can't just stand there and punch. But okay, so we're gonna move here to block a spawn, punch this thing so that I don't get surprised by any blasts. I'm gonna do this to move him once, do this to move him twice, and he'll break a mountain for me. And then we're gonna have him, this hornet, and 2 more enemies to deal with. 2 of which have to die, and I also have to destroy a mountain. Man, that is a pretty specific set of requirements. Okay, luckily that's a pretty useless thing. That is, I can leave that alone if I have to, and take some grid damage. It's not the end of the world. This is actually redundant, because if all 3 attack and hit it, then the 3rd one's wasted. But okay, let's take a look at what we can do. So, my least damaging guy is the artillery, so I could use them to destroy a mountain. In fact, the artillery is the only person I have now who can destroy a mountain. This guy's pointing in the wrong direction. And see, if my cannon could do that, the smoke shot, my artillery could hit a mountain, and then I could meet the mission. But the thing is, see, my artillery is the one with the smoke, so if I were to use the artillery to smoke these guys out. None of my guys, unfortunately, oh, this guy's positioned just ever so wrongly, and he doesn't have the dash punch yet. So if he had the dash punch, he could go here and dash up to this mountain and kill it. And this guy cannot reach any mountains because there's stuff in the way. So it's the artillery who would have to shoot a mountain to break the mountain and fulfill that achievement. Then, however, I'm going to lose some buildings. But that's life. I think taking a damage, 1 damage is not the end of the world. So yes, and it's generally, I didn't realize this for a while, but it is better to achieve your objectives than it is to prevent damage to the grid. Because 1 damage to the grid is, you know, whatever, but achieving the objectives is really valuable. Okay, so we're going to go here, punch that thing to death. I want to kill that thing because it provides the most experience. And then we'll just, actually I didn't need to do that. Oh, hang on a second. Okay, we'll use this grappling hook. No, this thing does, oh, only 1 damage. Okay, that's fine. So we do get some damage on here, which could have been avoided if I didn't have to kill that mountain, but at least I got an enemy to kill a mountain for me, because otherwise I would have been in really bad trouble. Okay, that could have been worse. Wasn't great, but it could have been worse. We at least completed the objective, so we're on track to get the bonus at the end. And that's if this mission goes well. So let's see what we got here. We got a Hornet leader, and we got to protect our corporate tower, which is actually already protected by mountains. That's pretty awesome. Okay, so what I want to do, you have to decide here, like which side to start on. These have a movement of 5. Seems kind of counterintuitive, but I want to start over here. It does mean if the Hornet goes that way, it can be hard for my guy to get there, but I'm just hoping that I end up in the right spot. The enemies move somewhat randomly is the thing, so you can't necessarily predict what they're going to try. Like here, he's not even trying to attack a building. Like he could have gone here and gone for the objective, but he didn't. So you never know. Okay, so I think I have one obvious move, which is to back up and shoot this guy onto one of these spaces. It's the question of whether I want him here or here. I mean, here I'm more likely to be able to hit some enemies, but then do I want these mountains getting damaged? Well, they have to get damaged twice to crack. It's not that big of a deal if they crack. Yeah, I'm just going to do this. So deal some damage, and he's going to take another bit of damage for blocking that spawn. Then I can use this guy to punch and kill the Hornet. And the artillery has a rather underwhelming move here. He is just going to shoot this guy for a damage. That's pretty much the best he could do there. I might have been able to do something more clever in that move, but I think this is good enough. So taking a satisficing approach, we'll have that be our move. Crap. So unfortunately, if I could get either my cannon or my combat mech to this square, I could punch him into the mountain and kill him, but they're both, as you can see, 1 off. So what I could do is I can move my cannon here and shoot this thing, and then put one of my other mechs in front of it to make it bump into them and die. Problem is, what's the artillery mech doing from this square? It can shoot this square to push this thing, but then that would push it into the path of attacking a building, so that's not great. And the combat mech, if I push it here, it's not doing anything useful either. Then again, maybe it doesn't need to. I could just... Okay, the thing is, I'm thinking of going here and punching it, but then if I shove this guy onto this square to block an attack, it will end up shooting that square for 3 damage, killing my guy. What I could do is place some ring around the rosy. What's the attack order? Ah, this thing goes first. Okay, see how the Hornet leader goes before this guy? It sucks, because if I push the Hornet leader here, then this guy could shoot it and kill it, but the Hornet leader will attack first and destroy this building. Okay, but I think I'm gonna go for that. No, I'm not. Jesus. I could do something weird, like I could move here, shoot this space with my artillery, push my guy, and punch. Then I have 1 guy left to deal with this Hornet, but the cannon cannot deal with this Hornet because it needs to be below it to prevent it from being pushed into this building. So my combat mech needs to punch this Hornet. Then my cannon mech can't get close enough. Or I could, you know what I could do? I could just let this guy sit here. I don't need to shoot him or anything like that. Although, if I go here, move my guy out of the way, like here. No, that's stupid. It's not stupid. I could do this, punch it, shoot my own guy, push this thing over here to block a spawn, and then, oh, well then this thing doesn't even end up dying. Okay, so that's not smart. I need to kill this thing, or I need to decide that I'm not killing it this turn. I think I am going to kill it. So what we're gonna do is just go here, kill it. Committing. This guy, I'd love to push the enemy here to block a spawn, but I can't because then this guy will die. Also because I need to kill this Hornet to prevent it from damaging a building. So this guy's just gonna sit tight and we're gonna get 3 new enemies, which is a little bit on the scary side. So there's 4 enemies and only 3 mechs. There's one building being attacked. Oh, my guy's pinned. There's another building attacked. Uh-oh. All right, this is a blank shot right here at least. Okay, so if everybody deals with 1 enemy, I'm in good shape. You can go up here and punch this guy out of the way. So if I had dealt damage to him last turn, he'd be dead. Maybe that was a mistake. You can just... Well, you can't really do much of anything. You can shoot this guy out of the way, and then you can push that guy out of the way. I think we're just going to do that. And maybe it was worth damaging this guy for 1, so this guy would be dead now. Is this the right move? To shoot first? Yes, that is the right move. Go here and kill that thing and push the charger out of the way so he's not doing anything harmful. Okay, so I'm probably going to save the corporate tower. Seems likely that this thing won't get attacked, or in a way that I can't prevent. But the question is whether I'm going to be able to prevent all the other types of damage. Oh, there's the corporate tower being attacked. That's a blank. He's just shooting off the side of the map. That's a blank. He's just attacking my mech. This guy's not even doing anything. Oh, he's just charging into my mech. Okay, so it's just a bunch of blanks. There's nothing actually happening that matters except for this one thing right here. How do I deal with it? Well, I can shoot it, but then this thing will get punched into the building. So what I could do is I could punch this thing first, then shoot it. So there's nothing here to get pushed into the building. And then this guy, there might be a way to get more experience, but I'm not gonna overthink it. We'll just do what's good enough. Punch, shoot, and well, there's no point in needlessly taking damage. So we'll just move out of the way and let you do your thing there, guy. Okay. We have survived. We have achieved all the objectives. And it's time to spend our reputation and collect a bonus reward and finish this video. Okay. Oh, I love this guy. Push adjacent tiles and repairing, such a cool power. So when you repair, you also push everything away. It gives you kind of like a bonus weapon. It can be a bad thing too. And then this is fire a piercing beam that deals damage or decreases in damage the further it goes. Actually a quite good weapon, but I want to unlock pilots. So we're gonna take Harold Schmidt and let's spend our reputation. So do I want to use this guy? Because this guy has got 22 experience out of 50. He's quite a ways beyond. Oh no, he's already leveled up to 1. Oh, definitely I want to use him then. So yes. Bye-bye. Okay. I'm not sure if this is the mech that I want him on. Because the cannon can already push enemies in melee. He might be better on the artillery. So that when the artillery's not firing, he can push. I could be totally wrong about that, but that's how we'll do it. So we'll put Ralph Waldo Emerson onto our cannon. And then this thing I'm just gonna sell. This guy I'm gonna just sell off for 1 reputation. This hook, I could sell it for 1 reputation. We'll see if I want to. What is this? All mechs gain 1 HP. I don't have any science class weapons. I'm not gonna bother with it. Buildings gain a shield after taking damage, and then another science thing. Okay, so we're just gonna get 3 reactor cores, and I'm not gonna sell this grappling hook because an extra star doesn't actually let me get another power core. So I'm gonna just buy a grid power for my last reputation, and get some upgrades going. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna keep it really simple. We're just going to go pop, 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 and get +2 damage. I think that's more valuable than this ability to dash, because he can move 5 freaking spaces and through enemies. So the range of the dash I don't think is as valuable to me. And that'll do it then for this island. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like and or subscribe, and I'll see you again soon. Take care.